Hey guys, welcome back to Busted Seams. It is a dark, dreary, rainy, and cold day here in Texas, which we don't get a lot of, so I actually love it. It's my favorite weather. But it is the perfect day for me to test out my new Logitech Brio 4K camera. So you may be saying to yourself, this image quality doesn't look like 4K. Well, I wanted to do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. So right now I'm just using my MacBook Pro HD FaceTime camera. A little bit of low light settings. So I've got the ceiling light off in my studio. I do have one ring light over here and then my very cool color changing LED lights on the other side. And you can see there's some noise. There's a little bit of sort of fuzzy, almost static looking overlay happening. So we're going to switch cams and do a side-by-side comparison and see how it looks with my new Logitech Brio 4K camera. Okay, and here we are. This is the exact same light settings, ring light, pink LED with my Logitech Brio 4K camera. As you can see, it's got a lot bigger field of view, which is good and bad. I have some stuff over here that I would normally hide by like angling the camera a little bit differently. And the smaller field of view did help. You can also see it's kind of catching my ceiling fan, which I don't love, so I may have to figure out. I may just record anyway and crop. But yeah, you can see right away that it is picking up a lot more of my pink LED lighting. So I'm actually going to play with that and see if it looks better. If I do just white, looks pretty clean, actually. I mean, it washes me out a little bit, but between that and the warm glow of the ring light, not too bad. But yeah, for sake of comparison, let's keep it kind of 1-to-1. So we're going to change this back to the hot pink, which kind of makes me look like a hot pink demon, which not a bad thing, depending on what kind of video I'm recording. But yeah, let's do the side by side. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to do kind of a similar script for both so that you can see a true one-to-one, apples-to-apples comparison. And one more side by side with my LED lighting turned to a bright optic white, just because I think this really gives the cleanest view on the Logitech Brio. So to summarize, here we are back on the Logitech Brio 4K. I think this will become my default cam for doing my Busted Seams YouTube videos, even if I'm doing just a small like picture-in-picture and doing kind of a screen cap with a commentary. Before, I was using a little bit of just the MacBook kind of built-in HD cam, but I just wasn't really pleased with the quality. The 1080p just like I don't know, it wasn't doing it for me. It didn't quite seem to be enough. Not that I'm any kind of video editing or resolution expert, but I was doing 4K video on, or full HD at least, on my Android phone, but you can imagine how that could be a bit of a headache taking a large file off of an Android that doesn't want to share with a Mac and trying to force it to share to a Mac. So that was getting a bit cumbersome and getting in the way of me doing more videos. So I think this is nice because I can just plug it straight into my laptop and record straight to the hard drive, and there's not that really obnoxious fighting to get my files situation. So I think this will become the standard. I'll mess around with lighting conditions a little bit more, so there's some fuzziness happening here in the darker side of the room. So I'll play with that a little bit. I may play with, positioning so that you get a little bit more of a clean background. You can kind of see the top of my mic stand as well. And right now, just for funsies, I have my LED doing kind of a rotating rainbow lighting to just see how the cam reacts to that. But overall, not a bad purchase. Definitely grab it on sale if you can. But I think for what it is, for just kind of an upgrade to sort of the built-in HD cam in a MacBook, I think it's pretty good. I do have to say I did have to get a USB to a USB-C converter for this to work. Other than that, I did use the cable that came with the cam. I did find that if I use just a USB-C to a USB-C, just a random cord I had in my house, it did not recognize that it had 4K capability. So not all USB-C cables are created equally. So I highly encourage you to use the very hefty cord that comes in the package. But if you're using a MacBook Pro, you are going to need a converter. So Yeah. Hopefully this was helpful. Wanted to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to record without really having to script really heavily and do a lot of prep. So, anyway, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.